For more than 3 years, the Democrats have been chomping at the bit for a presidential election. What they want is to put the unraveling and embarrassment of 2016 behind them and take another whack at beating the Donald. More than a year away from the vote, Democrats are beating a drum of party unity and standing together against Donald Trump.
One thing all of the Democrats could agree on, the issue of impeachment, showing a united front against President Trump.
The next leader is going to have to be one amongst us Democrats that can unite us all.
We must elect a Democratic president of the United States.
Now, you would think that defeating a president portrayed on TV as the Orange Menace wouldn't be so difficult, but reality does not always match expectations. Now, the first presidential primary is the famous Iowa caucuses. Now, before the debates over the summer, 21% of Iowa's voters were undecided, but now that number has gone up to 29%. Bad trend, but why? Well, perhaps the number of candidates in the race has got them on the fence, and the race does just keep getting larger. At this point, we've got billionaire Tom Steyer, who just threw his hat into the ring.
We're 3 months out from Iowa, and we thought that there would be a lot of indecision, but it's definitely higher than we would have expected. No question. That is something that has to be true if I'm going to win, and it is true.
Now, the Democratic leaders realize that the debacle of 2016 threw a lot of voters either to Trump or to just stay home on Election Day. So they're prepping the U.S. public not to do the same thing this year. They even have a catchy slogan, vote blue, no matter who. You can get a pin, a T-shirt, and even a pillow inscribed with the message. But the question is, will it work? We decided to ask New Yorkers what they think.
I think you should vote for the right person after you've done all of your research.
You have to vote your conscience.
Okay.
It's not a group thing situation.
I can understand why blue no matter who's a little bit off, but, you know, the primary decides a lot. Pay attention to the primary, pay attention to all the research, and it should go the right way.
I think their message is quite coherent. It's anti-current administration.
But nothing more.
I haven't seen anything more.
I think their message is pretty clear.
Can they win with that?
Maybe. I think it's possible.
Now, compare those answers here in the Democratic Party's stronghold of New York to the answers from Pennsylvania, a swing state that was pretty decisive in winning the White House for Trump.
I definitely feel you should vote for the person. Like, if I feel I'm not entitled to any parties.
Would never enter our mind to even consider voting straight ticket.
It is the individual that matters.
I've never really been the type of person that says, vote straight party lines, because you don't know what you're getting then.
Because there's a lot of confusion with the Democrats.
They're all trying to one-up each other. They're alienating a large percent, I think, of the group that used to vote for them.
The Democratic Party's message is it's too much divisive, and they're not really uniting together to make one strong candidate.
There's such a big push to just get Donald Trump out of office, and if no one can form a strong enough opinion to vote for one person, it will kind of end up like last election.
Journalist Dan Lazaire says that sometimes Democrats can be their own worst enemy. Is there a potential divide in the Democratic Party that could hurt them in November?
Oh, sure, there is. I mean, the Democratic Party it's too big. It's so big it's unstable. It has a centrist wing led by Hillary Clinton, essentially, and it has a left wing, a quasi-socialist wing led by Bernie Sanders. And there's an immense gulf between those two camps. And the party really can't accommodate both those wings. So it is a house divided against itself. Gabbard is essentially the only one out there who's speaking out forcefully against the Hillary Clinton aggressive foreign policy of regime change and wars of aggression.
Now, the Democratic National Committee is now saying that they're going to use the slogan, vote blue no matter who. Is that strategic for them? Is that going to help them?
I suppose it'll help them to a degree. I don't know. But I think a lot of people, if it's the wrong candidate, a lot of people will wind up staying home.
Now, if you watched coverage of the 2016 election, the media almost obscured the fact that it was a two-way race. They made it almost a referendum on Donald Trump's latest outrageous comments. Now, at this point, many people are asking if the Democrats would be better off giving voters something to vote for rather than just someone to vote against. We'll have to see what happens over the course of the next 12 months. Caleb Maupin, RT, New York.